The Aster Missile series, primarily comprising the Aster 15 and Aster 30, are a family of vertically launched surface-to-air missiles. The name Aster originates from the mythical Greek archer named Asterion, Asterion likewise receiving his name from the ancient Greek word aster, meaning star. Aster is manufactured by Eurosam, a European consortium consisting of MBDA France, MBDA Italy and the Thales Group. The missile is designed to intercept and destroy a wide range of air threats, such as supersonic anti-ship cruise missiles at very low altitude and fast-flying, high-performance aircraft or missiles. Aster is primarily operated by France, Italy, and the United Kingdom and is an integrated component of the PAAMS air defence missile system, known in the Royal Navy as Sea Viper. As the principal weapon of the PAAMS system, Aster equips the Type 45 destroyers and the Horizon-class frigates. Aster also equips the French and Italian FREMM multipurpose frigates, though they will not be operating as part of a PAAMS air defence suite. Although the Aster 30 is anti-ballistic missile capable, an Aster Block II Bermudian dollars variant of the Aster 30 missile, with hit-to-kill capability and exo-atmospheric capability, is currently being developed. History: during the 1980s, the predominant missiles in Franco-Italian service were short-range systems such as the French Crotale, Italian Aspide or American Sea Sparrow, with ranges up to a dozen kilometers. Some vessels were also equipped with the American Medium Long Range Standard. France and Italy decided to start development of a domestic medium long-range surface-to-air missile to enter service in the first decade of this millennium, that would give them comparable range but superior interception capability to the American Standard or British Sea Dart already in service. Thought was given in particular to the new missile's ability to intercept next-generation supersonic anti-ship missiles, such as the BrahMos missile developed jointly by India and Russia. This allowed the actual systems to have the characteristic of being specialized either in short to medium range point defense, or in medium to long range zone defense. In May 1989, a Memorandum of Understanding was signed between France and Italy for the development of a family of future surface-to-air missiles. Eurosam was formed shortly afterwards. By July 1995, development had taken shape in the form of the Aster missile and test firing of the first Aster 30 took place. The missile successfully intercepted a target at an altitude of 15,000 m and at speeds of 1,000 km per hour. A Phase 2 contract was awarded in 1997 at $1 billion for pre-production and development of the French-Italian land and naval systems. During development trials between 1993 and 1994, all flight sequences, altitudes and ranges, were validated. This was also the period during which the launch sequence of Aster 30 was validated. In May 1996, trials of the Aster 15 active electromagnetical final guidance system against live targets began. All 6 attempts were successful. Again during 1997, Aster was extensively tested, this time being pitted against targets such as the C-22 target and first-generation Exocet anti-ship missiles. In numerous engagements, Aster scored direct impacts on its targets. During one such engagement on November 13, 1997, in a strong countermeasures environment, the Aster was not armed with its military warhead so that the distance between the Aster and the target could be recorded. The target was recovered bearing 2 strong cuts due to the fins of the Aster missile. In May 2001, Aster had again successfully completed the manufacturer's validation firing test, and was deployed for the first time on the French nuclear-powered aircraft carriers Charles de Gaulle. Again on 29 June 2001, achieved a successful interception of a Arabelle missile at low altitude in less than 5 seconds. During the same year, a target simulating an aircraft flying at speeds of Mach 1 and at an altitude of 100 meters was intercepted by an Aster 15. The first ever operational firing of the Aster missile took place during October 2002 on board Charles de Gaulle. Finally, in November 2003, Eurosam was awarded the €3 billion Phase 3 production contract, which saw full production commence and exports to France, Italy, Saudi Arabia and the United Kingdom. The resulting Aster surface-to-air missile meets inter-service and international requirements, addressing the needs of the land, air and naval forces of France, Italy and the United Kingdom. The decision to base the missile around a common terminal intercept arc to which different-sized boosters can be attached has made it modular and extensible. From 2002 to 2005, the Italian experimental frigate Carabiniere provided a test bed for live firing trials of the Aster 15 from Silver A-43 launchers with the MPAR and SAAM systems, and the trials of Aster 30 from Silver A-50 launchers with the MPAR and PAAMS systems. As of 2012, France has spent a 4.1 billion at 2010 prices on 10 SAMPT launchers, 375 Aster 30 missiles and 200 Aster 15 missiles. Another 80 Aster 30 and 40 Aster 15 have been bought for France's Horizon-class frigates under a separate program. Characteristics: Aster is best described as an anti-missile missile that is capable of intercepting all types of high-performance air threats such as aircraft, UAVs, ballistic missiles, cruise missiles and anti-ship missiles at ranges of up to 120 kilometers. There are currently two versions of the Aster Missile family, the short-range version, Aster 15, and the long-range version, Aster 30. The missile bodies are identical. Their difference in range and intercept speed is because Aster 30 uses a much larger booster. Total weights of the Aster 15 and Aster 30 are 310 kg and 450 kg respectively. Aster 15 has a length of 4.2 meters, rising to just under 5 meters for Aster 30. Aster 15 has a diameter of 180 millimeters. Given the larger dimensions of the Aster 30, a naval-based system requires the longer tubes of the Silver A-50 or A-70 vertical launching system. Additionally, the American Mark 41 vertical launching system can accommodate Aster 30. Aster 30 is capable of reaching speeds of Mach 4.5 while reaching altitudes of 20 km and is capable of performing aerial maneuvers greater than 60 gs, giving it a very high degree of maneuverability. This is thanks to the combination of aerodynamic control and the direct thrust vector control called PIF/PAF. Thrust vectors are intentionally located at the missile's center of gravity, maximizing responsiveness. This system also prevents a rupture of the missile under high G maneuvers during trajectory corrections, and allows such maneuvers to be performed without losing aerodynamic performances, improving the precision of the impact on target. A standard launch of the Aster can include 90-degree trajectory changes. Eurosam describes Aster as a hit-to-kill missile interceptor. The Aster missile is autonomously guided, enabling it to cope with saturated attacks, and is equipped with an active RF seeker. The shipboard radar fulfills roles of sentry, meteo, target discrimination, acquisition and chase. When coupled with the advanced PAAMS air defense system utilizing the Samson and S-1850M radars, Aster is capable of simultaneously targeting and engaging multiple targets at once. MBDA states Aster is capable of multiple engagement capability with high rate of fire. Variance equals, Aster 15, ship point and local area defense, Aster 30 Block 0, ship local and wide area defense. Aster 30 Block 1, ground-based wide area defense capable against 600 km range ballistic missiles such as Scud-B. Aster 30 Block 1 NT, wide area defense capable against 1,000 km range ballistic missiles. Aster 30 Block 2, wide area defense capable against 3,000 km range ballistic missiles. Block 1 is used in the Eurosam SAMPT system operated by the French Air Force and the Italian Army. As of May 2013, the development of Block 1 NT is under discussion by France, Italy and the UK. Block 2 would not be delivered until after 2020. Operational history. In April 2008, the Republic of Singapore Navy formidable class frigate RSS Intrepid shot down an aerial drone off the French port of Toulon during a naval exercise. Then again in 2010, a frigate of the same class, RSS Supreme, fired an Aster 15 and shot down an aerial drone off the coast of Hawaii as part of Exercise RIMPAC 2010. In September 2010, Off the Outer Hebrides at the Benbecula Ranges, HMS Dauntless became the first Royal Navy Type 45 destroyer to shoot an Aster missile and hit its target. The target, a 13-foot Mirage drone, can fly more than 600 miles per hour at altitudes from 10 feet to 40,000 feet. In May 2011, HMS Daring, the first of the Royal Navy's Type 45 destroyers, fired its Aster missiles for the first time. The shoot took place off the Outer Hebrides at the Benbecula Ranges in Scotland. Daring intercepted and destroyed its target, a Mirage drone. Daring was not the first Type 45 to fire its primary weapon. This was due to initial manufacturing defects on a batch of production Aster missiles exported to the UK. The defect was found after consecutive failures during testing, thus stalling the Royal Navy's attempts to fire the Aster missiles during late 2009. In December 2011, an Aster 30 missile downed an Israeli Black Sparrow ballistic missile target, the first time an Aster missile had attempted such an engagement. In April 2012, the French Navy downed an American GQM-163 Coyote target simulating a sea-skimming supersonic anti-ship cruise missile traveling at Mach 2.5 with an altitude of less than 5 meters. The Aster 30 missile was fired by the Horizon-class frigate Forbin. Also present during the shoot was Forbin's sister ship Chevalier Paul. It was the first time a European missile defense system destroyed a supersonic sea-skimming missile. The trial was described as a complex operational scenario. In May 2012, HMS Diamond was the third Royal Navy Type 45 destroyer to hit its target, a Mirage drone, with an Aster. The firing took place off the Outer Hebrides at the Benbecula Ranges in Scotland. In July 2012, HMS Dragon was the fourth Royal Navy Type 45 destroyer to hit its target, a Mirage drone, with an Aster. The firing took place off the Outer Hebrides at the Benbecula Ranges in Scotland. In May 2014, HMS Defender was the fifth Royal Navy Type 45 destroyer to hit its target, a Mirage drone, with an Aster. Deployment Naval Systems Type 45 destroyer, Horizon-class destroyer, FREMM multipurpose frigate, Formidable-class frigate, Al Riyadh-class frigate, Charles de Gaulle aircraft carrier, Cava aircraft carrier, Claude Bar copyright Niaba S-class. Land systems Aster 30 has been successfully incorporated into a land-based SAMS system, fulfilling the ground-based area defense mission requirement. It comes in the form of the Eurosam SAMPT in the French Air Force and has been operational since 2010. SAMPT is primarily mounted on a Renault 8X4 Gearax transporter erector launcher vehicle. It is fitted with 8 missiles, all of which can be salvo-fired in under 10 seconds. Eurosam also received an order for 6 SAMPT systems for the Italian Army, the first units of which are already in service. It is mounted on an Astra 8X8 transporter erector launcher trucks, each truck with 8 missiles. The Republic of Singapore Air Force has ordered an unknown amount of SAMPT systems to replace their improved Hawk missiles. The system is the favorite inside the Swedish Armed Forces to fill the current gap in the country's air defense. The government have decided that a new medium-range system should be acquired. The system uses a network of sophisticated radars and sensors, including 3D phased array radar, enabling it to be highly effective against all types of air threats. Italy is considering adding enhanced BMD capabilities to the SAMPT. The SAMPT uses an upgraded version of the Arabelle long-range radar, with improved performance developed under the Aster 30 Block 1 upgrade program, in order to extend the system's capability against higher speed targets and higher altitude targets. The SAMPT system can intercept at 600 km range. Operators Current operators United Kingdom, Royal Navy, France, French Navy, French Air Force, Italy, Italian Navy, Italian Army, Singapore, Republic of Singapore Navy, Republic of Singapore Air Force, Saudi Arabia, Royal Saudi Navy, Morocco, Royal Moroccan Navy, Algeria, Algerian National Navy. Claude Bar copyright Niaba S-class. Potential operators Canada, Canadian Armed Forces, Turkey, Turkish Armed Forces, Sweden, Swedish Armed Forces. See also. References. External links: Aster 30 SAMPTA Euro Surface-to-Air Missile Platform/Terrain on Army-Technology.com, SAMPT Aster 30 Mamba Surface-to-Air Defense Missile System on ArmyRecognition.com, video, HMS Diamond fires Aster 30 Missile, 2012, MBDA Aster 15 and 30 PAAMS, MBDA Aster 15 SAAM, Eurosam Aster page.